All right, everybody, welcome back to the Only Points podcast with your host, Eddie Garcia. We got Alexis Martinez, Eddie Mercado, and our guests for tonight, we got Ryan Hamdini. Hamdani.
Almost
So
had it.
close, you guys. So close.
No worries.
So this boss over here sitting down next to me, he was been making $1,000 a day since he was 15, and he's gonna explain to you what he does and how you can get started with doing that. So, Ryan.
Hey, just to clarify, I was not making $1,000 a day at 15. So long story short.
Can you put your mic?
Oh yeah, right here. Is that better?
Yeah, a lot better.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So long story short, I started building Instagram pages when I was around 15 years old, and this was when Instagram first came out, right?
Were you bored?
So it was really, like the app just came out. I was actually chilling in my uncle's basement, me and my brother. And it was my brother that told me, hey bro, you should download this app called Instagram. And my brother was actually already doing it before me, but he was just posting funny stuff online, right?
Gotcha. Because I was about to ask you, why did all of a sudden you decide I'm going to start opening Instagram pages? For what? What was the motivation behind that?
No motivation besides just my brother doing it.
And you were like, oh, this is funny. Let's do it.
Yeah, my brother was just posting stuff, and you know how like TikTok is nowadays. You just post on TikTok and you just get like 1 million views. Right?
Okay, yeah.
So it's basically the same thing with Instagram. Well, nowadays you don't get 1 million views, but when first TikTok came out, you post anything and it hits, right? So that was how the algorithm was back then with Instagram. Is if you posted anything, I mean, people would just see it, right? Nowadays it's so much harder to build a page. But yeah. So when I was 15, literally my first account I think was like ID Fook post, something like that. It was like a Tumblr, like I don't even know how to pronounce it, but it was like
Gotcha.
it was like a Tumblr themed like funny stuff, right? Funny quotes, and I just started posting those, and those would just naturally grow in followers, right?
Nice.
And yeah, so then I started noticing that other people were doing the exact same thing, just posting and growing their account, and then I found out that you can make money off of it because back then the big thing was Kick. It wasn't Telegram.
That is right. I remember
It wasn't
that.
Discord.
Oh wow!
I forgot about Kick.
That just a little memory,
Uh-huh.
just.
Yeah, it was Kick.
Little part of your brain just unlocked there.
But it was like a smoke came. I was like, because where's Kick? Because where's Kick? Right?
Yeah, exactly.
go.
So Kick, yeah, the app with like the K green icon. This is how everybody communicate with each other in the social media game. And I had my Kick in the bio. And essentially, yeah, I just had a company reach out to me saying, hey, we'd love to buy a shout out. And I think they were like a teeth whitening company. And I was just so confused. But then they asked for my PayPal address, and I had to like figure out how to make a PayPal. And you know what I mean?
I'll send it right now. Google how to make PayPal account.
Literally, yeah. I like 15 years old looking up how to create a PayPal account. And then obviously you can't create a PayPal account when you're 15. You have to be at least 18. So I had to like finesse that to get my money.
So for IRS purposes, did you pay taxes?
Did I pay Of course I pay taxes.
No, you did.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeah, bro. This is being
Everybody
recorded,
pays
bro.
taxes. Of course you have to pay taxes.
Yeah.
But I think when I was 15, it was kind of complicated. So I wasn't really sure how the tax game worked, but I talked to my parents about it, and they figured it out, obviously, because I was 15 years old. I think I was in middle school, 7th grade. So.
Gotcha. That's awesome. So let's pull back a little bit right now, and let's hear a little bit about you. Where are you from?
I want to know
how old are you right now?
What age are you right now? Because if you were making $1,000 since you were 15, that has to mean that you got a couple mil in the bank.
In the bank. Well, let's not ask like that personal questions.
I'm just not.
Let's like
No, what
where
age
were
are
you
you now?
born? How were you raised? What led to this? When did you move to Vegas, et cetera, et cetera?
Yeah, for sure. So I was born in France, in Bordeaux, southwest
What?
of France.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah. So I was raised in France, southwest of France. My family actually. So I was born in France, and then we moved here in 2008 to Virginia.
So you were quite young. How old were you when?
In 2008, I was 8 years old. So I'm currently 23 right now.
Interesting. Gotcha.
So 2000.
2008.
No, you're born in the year 2000.
No, 1999.
Oh, so you're turning 24.
24 this year.
24 this year. I'm turning. Yep.
Nice.
There
Yeah.
you go.
How many
Yeah.
languages do you speak?
I speak French, parle français. I speak a little bit Arabic, shouya, and
This guy's interesting.
and English.
Damn, not bad.
Yeah.
So what was
No,
your?
wait,
I'm
wait,
guessing
no,
your
s-
primary language growing up was French.
Yep, and I still speak French at home. Yep.
Gotcha. Because of your parents.
Exactly.
So same thing with me. I speak Spanish at home because my parents are from Mexico.
Mhm.
So I speak Spanish and English.
Exactly. Yep.
Wow, that's awesome, man. So, but like me listening to you, I wouldn't say like, oh, you have a French accent. So does that throw people off? Because it threw me off right now as soon as he said he speaks French.
Bonjour, comment ça va? Ça va bien? No, yeah, I actually was. So when you're young, you lose the accent. It's only older people that keep the accent. So I think anywhere above like maybe like I would say like maybe 16, 17 years old. Like if you like start learning a whole different language at like 17, 18, I think you'll have an accent.
Yeah.
But then again, it's different for everybody, right? But generally the general rule is if you're young, you lose the accent right away.
Yeah.
So.
Gotcha. Bring the mic a little. Yeah, there.
There it is.
Perfect.
Sorry
Awesome.
about that.
No worries. We just want to make sure our listeners are,
of course,
listening. So it's all good. But that's awesome. So you moved here in 2008.
Yep.
Did the whole was it like right before the whole market crash thing, or do you even remember that at all? Do you even recognize like what the hell was going on? Was that hard for your family moving into when it was such a sketchy time in America?
Yeah, absolutely. It was the hardest time in America, right? 2008, the economy crashed and everything. My parents, they didn't speak any English, right?
So the language barrier.
So there was a huge language barrier, exactly. So it was very hard for them. You know how it is with immigrants, multiple jobs.
Sorry. I don't know. This seems like a dumb question, but
yeah,
you were born in France,
right?
What language were your parents fluent with?
Arabic.
Yeah. So you learned French in school?
No. I was born and raised there.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was born in France in Bordeaux. I went to school there.
But you said that their main language was Arabic. So let's say you never moved to America, wouldn't the language spoken at home, wouldn't it be Arabic? And then you would learn
French in school.
So I get what you mean. So in North Africa, the main language in Morocco is Arabic. It's Darija. But there's also, because we were colonized by the French, we do speak French there as well. So you'll meet a lot of Moroccans that will speak French.
That's
mind blown.
Mind blown right now.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's crazy.
So we're getting a history lesson too.
History lesson 101 right now from Morocco. There we go.
from Morocco, yeah.
There we go. So awesome. So you guys moved in. Yeah, rough times in America. What do your parents do, if you don't mind me asking? Like, what is like? They come here from France. Do they have professions? Do they have degrees? Or is it like immigrant story? I worked at a company, worked my way up, or what was that about?
Yeah, no. So obviously, my parents had their profession in France. My mom took care of children, and my father was a handyman. So, but obviously, when you come here with the language barrier, you can't get, those jobs that you have your profession. So my mom was obviously, working 2-3 jobs. Just the stuff that, like, for example, Spanish immigrants, when they come here, those exact same jobs that like you can't do. So it's like the hotel work.
The fields.
Yeah. The hard like construction, hard labor. Yep. Anything to make the buck to so that we could have food on the table.
Awesome. No, totally relate. So when you made your transition to the United States, you went to school. How hard was it integrating the socially, language barrier? How was that experience for you?
Yeah, it was. From what I remember, it was challenging for sure. I think that, I didn't even know the concept of bullying, but like, you can definitely tell, there was a lot of bullies back then for sure. Because with the language barrier, for example, like, and I'm so grateful for that, by the way. Like, I recommend everybody get bullied when they're young, because it definitely builds your character up.
That is the first time someone has said it that way.
So I'm very grateful I got bullied, but no, yeah. So because, for example, just as an example, right? Well, we're in class, we're in line, and this kid is like messing around, right? Because I didn't have the English language, everybody blamed everything on me. So I was just a French guy going with the dictionary, English to French, because that's how I communicate with my third grade teacher, with the dictionary, English to French.
You were like, je ne sais pas, je ne sais pas.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't know. And I don't know if you remember.
I don't know.
It means I don't know. Yeah, exactly. But I don't know if you remember back then, but I think in middle school they had or elementary school, they had these red, yellow cards, when you got in trouble. So I was the guy that had the most red cards, because everybody was blaming it on me. And honestly, my mindset was all right, whatever, I don't care. Just
yeah.
It didn't matter then. It's not gonna matter now.
Exactly.
So.
Well, I didn't know that, obviously, as somebody that's in elementary school, but I was just I can't really do anything about it. So.
Gotcha.
I just took it.
So how long until you felt like my English language is now proficient. How long did that take?
For me to learn English,
Yeah.
I would say anywhere from 9 to 12 months. Actually,
Okay.
maybe 9 to 14 months.
Dude, that's insane.
That's
Because
fast.
now as adults, me thinking I'm gonna learn another language in 9 to 14 months, that sounds a little difficult. I'm not gonna lie. In my case, I don't know about everybody else, but now as an adult, getting closer to 30, shit.
Well, you got to keep in mind, I was 8, 9 years old, right?
Right.
So when you're young, you
You're
learn
s-
things very.
you-
You're a sponge.
You're a
Of
sponge. I
course,
was literally
of course.
just about to say that.
You know,
Of
you
course.
absorb things really quickly. So
Of course. So no, that's awesome that you were able to adjust fairly quickly. Given your situation. So awesome. So now,
So you're 10 years old, going to school. People are blaming things on you.
what city actually? What part of the U.S. did you guys move into?
so we moved to Loudoun County.
Where's that at?
It's in North Virginia.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's about 45 minutes away from DC. 15 minutes away.
Okay, dope. So
Yeah.
Did
what
you
were
guys? I was gonna say, did you guys move there because it's like super close to the coast?
No, we actually had an uncle that was there, and he actually was the one that persuaded like 4 of my uncles to move to the United States.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. There you go. So that's awesome. That's great to hear. And then so that's when you were, again, you said you're 9 years old.
Yeah.
And then eventually social media started popping up. Did you ever have like MySpace, Facebook, right?
Yeah, it was Instagram that I had. That was like the app that everybody was like, talking about, and that was the app. that I
Oh,
started
that's
on.
right, because you're way younger than us. I keep thinking, man, like when I was growing up, like when I was a
Facebook was
kid,
2004.
MySpace. Remember MySpace?
No, I never had a
I
MySpace.
think I had
Oh, you're
maybe I
young.
had a
You never had one?
You had a MySpace.
I had one.
You're-
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
Of course.
I
fucking old school.
Let's
Old
go.
school over here.
That's cool. It's cool.
You just young.
No, I didn't have a MySpace because I didn't have a computer growing up.
Oh shit! When was?
Yeah, no, I was bullied too. No, yeah, I didn't have a computer growing up. It wasn't up until I must have been like 15 or 16 when I kept on telling my parents, look, it's either we get Wi-Fi or I'm staying after school to work on projects because I wasn't going to sacrifice my lunchtime to go type essays in the library.
Oh yeah, no, screw that.
Yeah, because hanging out with the homies was more important back then.
For
It really, really was. But, you obviously grow up. But that's 10 years of age. It's kind of funny because this podcast is a little different. Like when I told you, hey, we want to host you, we want you to be a guest, you're like, I promise you I'm not interesting. Bro, we're doing a
Dude.
timeline on you.
Dude, we're like mind blown 1,000 times already,
When
bro.
did you get your tetanus shot type thing? No, like so you're 10 years old, correct? No, so you're 15, Instagram comes out. Your brother's doing it. What's the age difference between you and your brother?
About a year difference.
Okay, so he's 1 year older than you?
Yeah.
Elder?
Yeah. Older.
Gotcha. So fast forwarding to more present. When did you come and move to Vegas? And are you here by yourself or what's up?
Yeah. So I moved here 4 months ago, 4.5 months ago. So December is when I moved here. And
Okay.
honestly, I didn't even have the intention of moving here. I think it was just kind of like visiting and just seeing if I liked it.
I feel like
That's what
everybody that's going to be happening to me.
That's what happens when you gamble. You get stuck in.
I don't gamble. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm just kidding, guys. No. It's what happened to me. No, so you came out here to visit for how long was the stay?
How long was the stay?
Yeah.
The
What do you
visit.
mean?
Well, the
When you
visit, I
visited.
guess, it's 4 months and going.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I did for the first time I came to Vegas was actually 2 years ago.
Okay.
And the reason why I came here is because back then I was working with a celebrity marketing company. Back then, what was very, like, I'm sure everybody knows about, like, these celebrity giveaways that go live, right? Where
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
they
Big
partner
time.
up with, these rappers and or these influencers and they give away
Models.
these prizes. And to enter the giveaway, you have to follow everybody that the host page is following. And the followers have the chance of winning prizes, right? And I was doing a lot of selling of the giveaways back then. So what happened was I was selling giveaway spots, and as I was selling them, I met this guy who wanted to start his own giveaway company. So he wanted to partner up with these celebrities, but he needed help with selling the giveaway spots to clients.
Can you drop names
Of
of this person that wanted to partner up with you? I don't want you to feel pressured. The thing is, like, it's cool if you do. It's cool if you
No,
don't.
yeah, his name's Anthony. His name's Anthony.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Are you guys still connected? Is like my
Yeah,
question.
yeah,
Are
we're
you
still
guys still
connected.
doing business together? Are you guys friends? What's your guys' relationship?
Absolutely. So yeah, we met in the DMs, and yeah,
Where
I mean
it goes down?
he actually flew me out here,
Nice.
and I told him, look, I'll help you sell the spots. Just fly me out here, cover my stay, cover my food, and that's it. And that's what we did. So literally every single day it was just me going to his office and working. You know what I mean?
Why was that your requirement?
Because I figured out that I needed more experience in that it wasn't about the money, it was about getting experience in, and it was about strengthening my relationships
Nice.
and
Nice.
offering value to people.
Nice. That's the reason why I say that is because whenever I want people to visit me, friends or friends, that's what I say. You know, you'll have I'll fly you out. You'll have a place to stay. I'll cover your food, drink.
2 Frenchies.
Yeah, you get to meet my Frenchies, Stormy and Thunder.
You
And-
give them a fucking car. You give them access
Yeah,
to your credit cards.
No,
You're freaking wild,
I give them
man.
a key to my. No, I really do be giving people keys to my apartment. I give people keys to my vehicles, and so you were
Respect.
covered. Yeah, you were covered. Awesome. So you said backtrack 2 years. You're working with this celebrity company. What happened after that? Did you leave that celebrity company to work more closely with Anthony?
Yeah, so I let me see. This was 2 years ago. So yeah, I worked for him, sold some spots, and yeah, that was that. We didn't really do much work after.
Because it almost died out.
What's that?
That the growth campaigns kind of died out.
The growth campaigns did die out. I think people got smarter and they realized.
Let me tell you, those were
Oh.
popping.
So, oh, sorry about that. Never mind. I thought it was my timer because
Yeah.
actually I'm fasting today. So I have to break my fast in about 4 minutes.
There you go.
Yeah.
But okay, cool. So I want to quickly, because I know we're all in a time crunch right now.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, how were you making the money? So I know you said that 15 started making these pages. What type of company reached out to you for sponsorship?
It was a celebrity giveaway company. They were called.
Gotcha. So and then that's how you're like, fuck, I can start making money from this. And then that's when the gear started turning and you started being able to sell sponsorship spots for companies and stuff like that.
So I started making money off Instagram when I was 15, and I started out literally selling shout-outs from the pages that I grew. And then I actually found out that you could get these domains, these really cool domains on Instagram and social media, and I found a way to get them and then flip them. So kind of like digital real estate. So that's how I started out making money on social media. But going back to the celebrity giveaways, I got into that space because of so backtrack to everything. So so Armani Exchange, the $1 billion company,
Okay.
they changed their name from @Armani on Instagram to @Armani Exchange. Don't ask me why, I have no idea. So their name changed from Armani Exchange to @Armani was their Instagram, and they changed to @Armani Exchange. A very good friend of mine claimed the name @Armani on Instagram.
No.
And then he sold it to me, so I bought it.
For how much?
I can't say that because I signed an NDA.
Damn.
Yeah, because once he says it on the podcast, then it'll go for that value, wouldn't it?
I have no idea, but I signed an NDA, so I can't talk about it.
Gotcha.
But I got that name, and then I found out that there is this dude called Izadi Armani in Vegas. And apparently he wanted my name.
Wait, what was it? Daddy Armani?
Izadi Armani is his name.
Daddy.
Daddy Armani?
It's a daddy company.
And I found, because my whole goal, when I get these names, I want to sell them to people that have the same name, right?
Correct.
So I basically was looking up, all right, who is big on social media or has a big budget that I can sell this name to? And I looked up, okay, so Lil Baby has a kid named Armani. I tried to reach out to him, couldn't get a hold of him. But then I saw that there was this guy that Jake Paul's teams called Izadi Armani, and this was back then. I don't think he's on his team anymore. But so, anyways, I found out that he had the same name, so I figured out, okay, I'm gonna reach out to him, see if he wants to buy it. DM'd him. He was interested. He said, look, man, come to Calabasas, and try to get an Airbnb nearby, and let's meet up, and I'll buy the name from you. I said, okay, cool. So I scheduled the flight. I flew to Calabasas, got an Airbnb, and then So worst thing happened. Somebody hacked the Instagram account. I'm gonna be honest. I think it was a that literally hacked mine and like took the name, just because of the way like the name was taken. But anyways, going back to that. So the name actually got taken away, so I couldn't sell it to him anymore. But I was stuck in Calabasas, and I'm on my phone, and I'm just like, for some reason, I'm like in like a nostalgic mood. Okay, so this is a timer right now. So sorry about it. Or I have to break my fast. So sorry.
No worries. There you go.
So bismillah.
Here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers. Salud.
It's just water, guys.
Yeah, just water. Sorry
Plus
about that.
vodka. No point.
Sorry about that. Okay, so, anyways, so yeah, I'm in Calabasas. I couldn't sell the name because I got hacked by some. I think it was. But
You think?
Go ahead, say it.
You
Say it.
yeah. You already
Yes.
know where I'm going with this,
Yes.
right? Do you think it was the guy you were gonna sell it to had a connection with somebody in?
no, because
thi- I-
because the person that owns the name right now is Nadizadi Armani. So no, it doesn't make sense.
It didn't have to be him.
And plus he does. I don't think he has like that deep connection.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll even take it a step further. So you said this person was in whose team? Jake Paul's or Logan?
Jake Paul's team, yeah.
Okay, so this person is no longer in Jake Paul's team, correct? So
Well, I
Jake
don't-
Paul could have been like, oh no, I know somebody that has like this name. Those people have higher up connections, correct?
Yeah, sure.
So I think as opposed to, I think since this, I don't want to say names, but since this person left Jake Paul's team, this guy was probably like, oh, this guy's no longer in my team. Let me get Armani and give it to someone else.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Holy shit. Conspiracy theories. I didn't know Only Points podcast was gonna turn into a conspiracy.
Yeah,
You are welcome.
honestly, I have
no.
no clue, and frankly, it's
But
like
it sucks because you were out. Okay, you don't.
it sucks because I had an investor. So I had an investor go and hack with me on this username, and it sucks because I had to like pay every single money of the investor back, and I lost the name.
Okay.
So I lost money on the name, and I had to pay back the investor as well.
Okay, you don't have to say obviously the amount, but was it more than 5 figures?
What's 5 figures again?
10,000 plus.
More.
I can't say. I really can't say.
Yeah.
More, I can't say
Am
more
I
or less.
hot?
Sorry.
Am I cold?
No,
You're
don't-
neither.
don't
You're
say.
neither, bro. You're
No,
neither.
Don't say.
I can't
Okay,
say.
so who has that username right now?
Yeah, who has it right now?
Let's find out.
Let's find out, yeah. Pull-
Armani.
pull-
Let's find out who has Armani. Give me a second.
On Instagram?
And let's
Yeah.
go hack that shit right now.
Huh?
Let's go hack that thing right now.
It's not that easy, bro, and I don't recommend people hacking stuff. Hold on. Armani.
Yo, Eddie, how's your Instagram going?
So I just realized
My
we have
Instagram
terrible
is
service
lit.
here. We have terrible service here, so I can't look it up. But
Yeah.
regardless of that, so yeah. So going back to the story. So I was in Calabasas. I lost the name. And then I was on my phone. For some reason I was scrolling through like my very old messages, and I found this dude named from like my old messages, and I figured out he was living in the Bay Area, and I just randomly like connected with him from like 4 or 5 years ago. We like were
Gotcha.
friends, so this was just like an internet friend, and we did business together,
I have a lot of those.
and I literally just connected with him randomly in Calabasas. I found out he was in the Bay Area, and he said, "Bro, I'm trying to move to LA or Calabasas. Can I move in with you?" I said, "Sure." So he ended up living in with me with the Airbnb. I ended up working a deal with the Airbnb owner to do monthly rent. And yeah, honestly, it was the best time of my life in Calabasas. Like our backyard was literally a mountain. Like you could literally go on a hike and go straight to a mountain from the hike.
Nice.
Nice.
The view was really the Team 10 house. That's the reason why I came here, to meet the Team 10 and sell the name. But
Who is that?
Team 10 was like Jake Paul's team. So it was like the Armani and like all these guys. But anyways, yeah, so he ended up moving with me, and then I found out that he was the one that actually brought me into the celebrity giveaway game. So he was working with a company, and this company partnered with Summer Rae and Abby Roy, Rice's ex.
Don't
They're
know.
influencers.
Don't know who they are.
But anyway, so these guys were based in Canada. So basically, they had us deliver the cash for the giveaway to these influencers, and I got to ride along with who was taking care of the entire giveaway stuff. And yeah, and then that's how I got into the celebrity giveaway game. I moved in with me, and I learned about it with him.
All right, so yes or no question. You guys were actually like giving out those $15,000 or that iPhone or that Tesla to whoever, to that winner?
I gotta be honest. I have no idea if they gave it away or not. I was just responsible for selling the spots to the clientele. because there's like three parts to it, right? My part was making sure that
Slots
I
sold.
was selling marketing services to these personal brands that wanted to grow their Instagram account, right? And then obviously the CEO or the COO, their job was to obviously set up the entire giveaway and make sure to give away these prizes. I can tell you this, I know for a fact that prizes have been given out, but then again, in the game of business, there's always people in the game that, unfortunately don't give out these prizes, right?
That's why I was very skeptical. I had numerous, I think, I want to say we had numerous opportunities to purchase these giveaways, and it's like 2,000, 3,500, 5,000, 7,000. Oh, Floyd Mayweather, this was 15,000 just for guaranteed 200K followers. And it's almost like you cannot guarantee anything in business. That was the first red flag for me. So.
Right. So what do you mean by that? You can't guarantee things in business?
You can't guarantee just because you pay the $15,000 that you're actually going to get the 200,000 followers. Does that make sense?
Right.
So not only were these like giveaways, correct me if I'm wrong, of course, because this is your field. At one point, they're like, oh, well, there's this Russian influencer, there's this Italian super hot IG Instagram model that has like 2.3 million followers. There's the Russian influencer that has 1.2 million followers. And then there's somebody in the US that has 800,000 followers. You're prone to get 150,000 followers at least.
Okay,
right?
so let me tell you a little bit about that. So
Good. Yes, because I really don't know how.
yeah, so back then when this was in 2020 when COVID was live, like when you partnered, alive and well. When I don't even want to get into that stuff. The C word, I'm gonna have to block that out if you guys want to like hit the algorithm well. But anyways, so when COVID was happening,
Block that. No.
So when COVID was happening, the giveaway game was alive and well, meaning that if you partnered up with a celebrity, say you paid a celebrity $10,000 and that celebrity has to do a post for you and a story, and that story and post has to drive traffic to your clientele, they would do really well. Like they would drive a lot of traffic, but it obviously died down because everybody got into it. And obviously, I think what happened was the followers weren't getting the prices. So what happened was people were very skeptical of the giveaways and didn't even want to enter in the first place, right? So for example, if you, Eddie, you're growing your Amazon FBA brand and you say, hey, Ryan, I need to grow my brand from 1,000 followers to 10,000 followers, you're paying me, I can't guarantee those followers because unfortunately, like the followers were skeptical, right? So what happened was people now started botting the clients. Right. So I would be selling the spots, and then the actual people running the company would literally be botting the people I would sell it to.
Wow. Yes.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
So literally, what happened was you buy it to give away. Sure, maybe you get like 40% of the real follower. Say they guarantee you 20,000 followers from the celebrity, right? Maybe like 5,000 of the followers would be real. The rest 15,000 would be literally they go on like these robots. Like they literally look up like fake Instagram followers. Yeah. Order the followers, and then you get those followers, and essentially it will be blended in with the real followers so you wouldn't notice. I think it was terrible business, and that's actually why I got away from the business because it would affect my reputation. But yeah, that's what the game was. They were just botting clients.
I have to give you so much respect because you chose reputation over a long. You chose reputation for a long-term play versus money and a short-term play.
Of course, and at the same time, I'm also I think that it's just wrong in general, right? Like you're paying me to grow your brand, but then I'm cheating you out of the service that I'm offering you. Like I'm offering you fake followers when you paid for real followers.
Yeah.
How are you gonna feel about me? You're gonna be like, screw this guy. I don't want to do business with this guy. And then stuff starts going around. Now my name is ruined because this company was botting their clients. I was just a salesperson, unfortunately, right? Yeah. But I didn't want to keep going into that game.
But you were a part of the company.
I was a salesperson.
Yeah, correct. So even you can be like, cause every company has great employees. Mm-hmm. Every company has not so great,
right,
and moralistic employees either. Mm-hmm. And it's mainly more so going to be like the higher ups too. Mm-hmm. Why? For higher conversion rates or higher profits.
So that's crazy. That's great that again that's good that you chose to decide like I'm gonna respect my brand, my name,
You have morals.
and have morals for your own
Dignity.
personal brand. So now that doesn't work, so we've been discussing stuff that doesn't work anymore. To the next topic that we want to cover is what can people do now today to build an online brand on social media. I guess we can cover Instagram and TikTok because I feel like those are two of the most.
Do you work TikTok?
I do a little bit of TikTok, but I focus mainly on Instagram.
So yeah, if you want to focus directly on Instagram, what are things that are working now, and where should somebody start? Like let's say I don't even have a social brand presence at all. Where do I start?
Make a social media account. That's the
Step one. Absolutely.
Step one: download the Instagram app, download the TikTok app, download the YouTube app, make an account. Right?
Okay.
Email address. I think they're gonna ask you for first name, last name, email address, and then make up a password. That takes about 60 seconds to 120 seconds. Do that right now.
Awesome.
Right? Pause the video. Boom. Get it done. Right?
Awesome. What's the next? What are avenues or someone? Okay, now someone that already has their niche. They're starting out. They've been doing this for a few months. They're making a few posts. How do they take their shit to the next level? How do they actually start reaching out to? How do they start actually acquiring brand awareness, and how do they start getting a following that are behind their personal brand?
Sure. So the cheat code is consistency with your content. That's the cheat code, right? Like literally, if you're consistent every single day, you're posting on Instagram and TikTok, because nowadays Instagram is very hard to grow, so you actually have to leverage TikTok to grow, right? But if you have your TikTok connected to if you have your Instagram connected to TikTok, it's very easy to grow, right? So the cheat code is consistency and just posting a lot of content daily. And obviously, you'd mentioned that person already has their niche. Maybe they have 5,000 followers. They got a little bit of followers. They need to figure out what's already working, right? So say their niche is an Amazon FBA. They need to do their research tonight and find out the top 5 guys that have the biggest personal brands in Amazon FBA. That's what they have to do. They have to figure that out first. When you find out the top 5 guys in your industry, now you got to do some studying. So you got to pull out a notebook, pull out your MacBook, and literally study these guys. Like, how often are they posting? Are they posting 3 times a day, 5 times a day, 10 times a day? Okay, cool. How many times are they posting on their story? Okay, cool. How many reels are they posting? How many pictures are they posting? How many videos are they posting? Because video is different than reels. How many IGTVs are they posting, right? What do their highlights look like? What does their bio look like? What does their profile picture look like? Is there a white background in their profile picture? Why? Because it's working. You have to literally analyze every single little bit of the account. And then you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Like I said, you look at these top 5 industry leaders, say for example, Gary Vee, right? And you see what's working, right? Gary Vee changed his profile picture, I think 2 days ago now, from, I think it was like a white background or whatever, to now it's like the Instagram background. So it's got like purple, it's got like orange in it, and it's just his face. Obviously, he did that for a reason. This guy's got so much data backing him up, got so many employees, got so many connections. People like that know what's working, so you just got to see what they're doing and follow the exact same lead. If they're posting 5 times a day, you got to do the exact same thing. And obviously, when you're starting out, you don't want to overwhelm yourself, because then you're not going to be consistent. Because like I said, the cheat code is consistency. If you want to grow, you have to be consistent every single day.
Yeah, and I think that the cheat code is just starting now.
Starting now,
so
yeah.
Like, for example, one of the things that a lot of people do is, like, let's say, like, for example, this is not what I'm going to do. Mm-hmm. So I want to start going live streaming on a consistent basis, whether that's daily, once a week, whatever it may be. But then my fucking brain goes like, oh, what is the best camera to buy? Like, go all blown out full production. When in reality, what a lot of people do is just they buy all this stuff and then they don't start.
Right.
Where instead, like, dude, start with whatever the hell you got now. Once you're consistent, that's you just prove to yourself you're able to then buy the nice equipment, because then otherwise you're going to be buying all this nice equipment. It's going to cost you a shit ton of money, and then you're not going to do it because you're like, oh, this is super overwhelming and whatever. So prove to yourself that you're able to stay consistent first and then start upgrading.
Exactly. And one thing that I learned from my mentor, shout out Omar Elatar from The Passionate Few, my mentor taught me that you have to take imperfect action every single day. And I love how he put the word imperfect in front of the word action, because as human beings, for myself, I consider myself like a perfectionist. Like, I want to be perfect about everything. So when my mentor
Right.
taught me that I have to take imperfect actions, it means that the action I have to take doesn't have to be all good. You don't have to have the nice camera. You don't have to have, the best videographer out there. You don't have to have, the nice hotel room. You just got to get started right away, and then eventually you'll figure it out. You'll figure it out as you go. But take imperfect action
Or
today.
take the best action you can possibly do with the
With what you
resource-
have.
with what you have at the moment, with the knowledge
Exactly.
and the physical resources that you currently have at the time. So perfect. That's
Exactly, because when you do more research and you do your studies, you get more confident about the subject.
cool.
You grow
Perfect.
your
Yeah.
belief system.
Awesome,
Exactly.
Awesome. So to wrap things up, first of all, I want to thank you again for coming onto the
Yeah.
podcast, man.
Yeah.
This was last minute for you. We really wanted
Yeah.
to get you in here, and I know we're gonna be doing a podcast on your podcast
Yes,
as well.
tomorrow.
So to the viewers out here, again, most of our viewers are entrepreneurs, business owners, people who want to also start personal brands and
And
stuff
people
like
that
that.
are curious as
So
well.
I want you to. You just gave
Sauce.
us value. You gave us so much to our listeners. We want to give you back. So this is your time to shine. Please plug yourself in to everything you're working on. Tell us what you're working on. Tell us what are your services. How can
How to
our
contact
listeners
you.
connect to you?
Yeah, definitely. You can find me on Instagram at Ponder, Ponder. And look, myself, I'm working on my personal brand as well, right? So it's a work in progress for me. As far as my services go, I help build strategies for building personal brands as well. So if you want to reach out to me, to shoot me a DM on Ponder, and we'll get started right away.
How quickly does it take? How quick is your response time?
Well, I try to respond. I'll respond within 24 hours. So
Awesome.
That's fast.
So
That's
I
good.
mean, honestly, I'm on my phone all the time. So technically, I'll respond probably within an hour. So
That's
if you
awesome.
really shoot me a DM, I'll respond within an hour. So
That's perfect. And then what podcast? What is the podcast?
What's the name?
What's the name of the podcast? How do they find your podcast as well?
yeah, absolutely. So I have a podcast. Honestly, I haven't 100% decided what I want to name it, but I think I'm gonna name it my name, which is the Ryan Hamden Show. And I haven't posted anything yet, like on Spotify or Apple Music. Still working on that with my guy. But we plan on getting some episodes out as soon as possible, getting some clicks out.
Perfect.
We have 3 episodes out so far. So
But I'm pretty sure they follow your Instagram, they're gonna find it.
exactly.
And you guys go follow because Eddie Mercado and Eddie Garcia are going to be guests of that
Guests,
podcast
yeah.
tomorrow. So that's going to be popping up pretty soon. And I'm going to be dropping some sauce in there as well. So
Before we end it, I do want to say that this man was extremely thorough. The questions that he's going to be asking us, we are very big talkative people. So, I have to mentally prepare myself for your podcast. And that's probably one of the very first things I have to say, because I know you're going to ask thorough questions, and my answers have to, reciprocate. So I don't know how you feel about his podcast.
well, let's just say that the last time I was invited to speak at something, I did a live Zoom call for 10 hours straight without a break. So dropping sauce for 10 hours.
Dropping
So
sauce.
I can talk. So if anybody needs to mentally prepare, is Jeremy back there handling the camera and this guy, because I can talk about credit,
Shutterbox.
business.
Hey,
for
my
hours.
guy Jeremy's good. He is
Yeah.
good. I'll tell you that right now.
He's
So-
excellent.
yeah, but
No, but
anyways,
awesome.
But
Perfect.
awesome. Again, thank you for being on the podcast,
Thanks,
man.
Ponder.
Thank you for coming last second. Jeremy,
Yeah.
thank you for being on the camera. I appreciate it, man. And again, signing out, you guys. This drops Thursday, 2 p.m.
PM.
Pacific Standard Time every single week. Well, peace out. Signing out. Love you guys.
all right,
Later,
boom,
guys.
awesome.
Thank you.